Good afternoon, everybody. This is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here at the Montague Bowling Media Day here in the studio. We're in the podcast studio where we have with us Junior Jordan Tolan. Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming in and bringing the group. This is a fun group.
Yeah.
You guys have been doing a lot of cool stuff with the poses and stuff, especially this guy over here, Christopher Williams. He had some good poses, some sultry poses for the group.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Chris.
Hi.
And we also have Carson Johnston. Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
And so, how's the bowling season going? Obviously, we're zooming through it. You're coming up on the conference tournament, the GMAA, and then the regional right around the corner. So, any of you can chime in whenever. But how's that been going for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's been going pretty good. We haven't been winning all of them, but it's been really fun to hang around with our friends and just be able to just go bowl and have fun. It's like you're not able to do that all your life since once you graduate, you're gonna be working. So it's nice to be able to relax now and just go out and bowl.
And what do you think, Jordan? Same thing? You agree with that? And what are some of the highlights so far, do you think, for the season?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like everyone has really expanded on how they've already been doing, and I feel like everyone just has a lot of fun.
Yep, that's what this is all about. And Carson, what are your thoughts on how things have gone? Maybe where things can go yet? You got a few more weeks and some big matches coming up, tournaments and stuff like that.
I think everyone's still improving, which is really good. It's a lot of fun to just go and bowl, like Chris said. And yeah, we have a couple more matches. Don't know if I hope we're gonna win them, but yeah.
So who do you think's shown the most improvement this season? Where the biggest strides been coming from, do you think?
Honestly, a lot of the newcomers have come very far in this short amount of time. Aurelia Ambrose, this is her first year. She has already gotten so much better. Her PR is a lot higher than my one was with my first year, and I feel like she's going to keep on growing if she chooses to go forward with it.
And how does each house, I think, is Northway your home house or Sherman?
Sherman.
And you bowled it plenty of times at both, but how is each house different, like oil patterns and all that stuff?
Well, at Sherman, they said they have real wooden lanes, and they tend to the lanes I don't think are as good as Northway or other ones we go to, but I think they're pretty nice to be able to practice, even though they're not as close to Montague. This travel is worth it to be able to go bowl.
And does that get you ready for the state tournament? Because isn't there a certain kind of pattern that they have for the state tournament?
Yeah, I think the state's going to be held at Sherman, so being able to bowl there each day is going to help us be able to get our scores up on the state day.
So what's your personal high game and series for each of you guys?
I think my highest was at 242, and that was last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't been getting close to that this year. I've been staying more consistently average in my scores.
What about you, Carson?
My best is 233, which was also last year. This year I've been more consistent as well, not getting as higher, but it's consistent now.
Jordan, where are you at?
So my PR is, I think, a 170, which I got last year, and I've been getting a more higher average than I've been getting before, but I haven't gotten that high yet this year.
So it just sounds like across the board, just more consistency for all three of you. Maybe not as high a score overall, but more consistent, consistent solid scores. So this is the spot where I kind of want you to talk about each other a little bit in a good way. So we can start off with Chris. What would you say about two of your teammates here? I know there's boys team and a girls team, but you guys are together so much. What would you say are the best attributes of each person here on this podcast?
Sure,
go ahead and shoot. Yep, you go. You go first. Talk about your teammates.
Well, Carson, he's always looking out for each other. We might make jokes about other people, but Carson, he's always there to hey, don't take it too far. Gotta stop. Stuff like that. So he's always looking out for each other, and he's always just, if a new person's here, he's always helping them out and showing them ways of bowling, how to get better.
And what about Jordan?
Jordan, she's the leader of the girls' team right now, showing them all the ways. And she's been there a couple of years, and she's showing them everything they need to do. And she's just keeping them under control and being a leader.
And what about you, Carson? Your thoughts on these other two?
Chris, he's honestly been improving a lot this past year even. He's always trying to like keep energy up, stay positive, or at least do his best to. and and then Jordan, she's been like looking out for other people, even when like, yeah, others haven't, I guess. And yeah, she's improved a lot too.
Now your turn, Jordan.
So they've both been on the team a year longer than I have, but since I've been there, they've always been very helpful. They've been trying to help people expand their knowledge on how to bowl and just overall become better. And I like to think of them as friends outside of bowling.
And what about your coaches? What do they like to kind of hang out with? And it seems like they like to keep things fun.
Oh yeah, Coach Josh and Coach Pam are really great. We always have a great time, and it's really fun to be there. And they're really energetic and keep the spirits up. Even if we're not having a good day, they really turn that into a great day. It's really fun to hang around with them.
And you know one of the coaches particularly well, right?
Yeah. She's my mom, so obviously she likes to mess with me a lot. And then Coach Josh, he kind of chimes in with it too and just keeps it going, which is really fun.
What do you think of the coaching? In terms of the personalities and keeping everything loose.
Yeah, absolutely. I love our coaches. Josh has kind of been a family friend of mine for a few years. And since I came in, he has been like very adamant of like keeping a positive attitude about bowling, even when you're having a bad day, and just overall keep building on what you want to know. And Pam, I love Pam. She's great. I come into practice and I'm like, Pam, I'm not having a good day. And she's like, bowl it out.
Right. Does it work?
Sometimes.
Well, good deal. So I'm sure you guys are quite familiar with Gary's Restaurant. Obviously, Josh owning that. What's your go-to when you go to eat at Gary's Restaurant? What's your favorite dish here? Mine's a Dagwood. I get that almost every time.
I guess the meat dragon. We went there like last week, and that was really good.
Yeah.
We went there before
What's in
one of
that?
our matches.
What's in that?
I think this is a bunch of meat, and it's an omelet.
As the name suggests, right?
Yeah. And I got it with it was French toast on the side, and it's pretty good.
Sounds really good.
I also like the meat dragon. I like other omelets too, though, that they have. Except I think I've gotten that one the most times. But yeah.
Are you guys all breakfast folks then? You prefer
Yeah.
that if you choose it? What about you, Jordan?
I kind of go back and forth between a couple. Normally, if they have like seasonal French toast, I'll get that with like the side of the number 17, which is like just eggs, bacon, and bread. And so it's just kind of like you put it all together and it's more of a balanced.
It sounds really good. Man, you're making me hungry. So yeah, but just being bowling. How's bowling? I don't know if you guys do any other sports, but how would you say bowling's different from other sports? Do you think, in terms of just the mentality, maybe there's a competitive yet laid back nature, I'm sure, but how would you guys describe it?
Well, I think it's just like hanging out with friends, because not many other sports, like, you're able to just sit back and relax and like grab some drinks while you're bowling. You're able to just grab some drinks and food and sit down and have fun.
Yeah.
It's more just laid back, where other sports you're like fighting each day. It's just a struggle, but bowling, we just go and have fun.
Yeah. What do you think, Arson?
I think bowling, you can like get a lot closer with your teammates because you're more relaxed and just bowling with them. So you can actually like get to know them a lot better. And then you build relationships with each one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what they're saying. It's a much more relaxed environment, even on match days. Everyone is more just like looking out for each other and themselves. Like everyone just wants to do as good as they can, but they don't want to push anyone too far.
So here at the Media Day, we do some different things. Obviously, photos, some video stuff. Obviously, this podcast. But who stole the show in the video portion? Who had the best poses, moves, everything? What had you guys cracking up the most? There's one guy here that had a pretty good one, Chris. But what did you guys say?
I'd say probably Eric, when he did like the Roman pose with a bowling ball. That was really good.
Is he the resident strongman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Eric's was pretty good too. He had a bunch of creative ones.
Honestly, I have to agree. Eric's like sunglasses one was really funny.
It was funny too with the coaches with their backs to us, and they both have longer hair. So and then they did the hair flip, but there was a joke. Maybe it's not a joke, but there was a joke going around. Sometimes when they both have their backs, you don't get a good look. Like, wait a minute, which one? I'm getting confused. Which one's Josh? Which one's Pam? So, you guys have some fun with that?
Oh yeah. They're always, even their own daughter couldn't tell the two apart.
Yeah.
So, how are the personalities? Because it seems like there's some quiet folks on your team, but some people who are outgoing. Seems like you got a good balance. How would you describe that in terms of the chemistry?
I think some of the quieter people, when we're bowling, sometimes they like come out of their shell more compared to the louder people, kind of like help them with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I say at bowling, like, there's like no one's there to really ridicule you. So you're able to just be yourself and be able to bowl. So, like, yeah, it really gets people out of their comfort zones, and they're able to realize, like, no one truly cares, and, like, they're able to just have fun at it.
Yeah, I feel like even if you're shy going into bowling, you build the community around you and you just kind of like befriend everyone because everyone is just there to see everyone else succeed.
Is it so the other teams you're competing against, is it a big competition thing, or are you guys pretty supportive of each other too? Or does it just depend?
We're all
It just
pretty-
depends.
Yeah. I know the girls are a lot more supportive to the
Like
other
kind of
girls.
pulling for success for the others.
Yeah. Like when we watch other girls get a strike, obviously we give them a high five.
Yeah.
We give them a fist bump. We want to know that we're proud of what they're doing.
Is it different for the boys or no? More competitive or no?
I'd say it's a little more competitive, but we don't really mean it. It's pretty fun to just, like, tease the other teams while we're bowling.
So who's the? I guess what was your highlight moment this season so far for each of you? It doesn't even have to be the highest score, or maybe what's the lasting memory that you've got so far about the season? The moment that really sticks out. Has that come yet?
Yeah, probably yesterday we were at our team, and us and the other team, we were fighting over the seats, but it was fun because one person goes up to bowl, we'd both see if we could get to that seat the quickest and claim it, and we ended up winning, and we were able to take all the other seats from the team.
Who'd you guys have yesterday? Is it Ludington?
Orchard View.
Oh, Orchard View.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were able to come back, and they blocked us off, so we couldn't see our guys bowling. It was pretty fun to be able to, like, have that interaction with other teams.
So, what are your other interests outside of bowling for each of you? What do you really like to do? Just what's your other favorite pastime, or some of your other stuff that you like to do?
I like to cook and I like to read a lot, so a lot of like lower energy activities.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoy doing other sports too, like basketball and soccer. I really feel like bowling kind of wraps a lot of it together because it's more of like a relaxed sport.
Yeah. What about you, Carson?
Well, I'm in band, so I like participating in that, and then practicing and stuff outside of school, of course. And I like doing stuff with friends, whatever they do.
What instrument do you play? Or instruments do you play?
I play the saxophone.
How long you been doing that?
I think this is my 7th year.
Oh, you've been doing that a while. So, what about you?
I like riding my motorcycle around, and when there's snow, we got our go-kart out and taking that around.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty fun to just be able to just go explore on a motorcycle and see what's around in Michigan.
So, Jordan, you have another year to go yet. So, you wouldn't be included in the future plans, although maybe you haven't settled. Do you know what you want to do after Montague?
I am right now planning on going into business psychology. I don't know exactly where I want to go yet. I've toured some colleges, but I'm still looking around. I still have some time.
What about you guys, Carson and Chris? What do you guys want to do after high school?
I just go to work because you gotta get like your future planned out, and you gotta start somewhere. 'Cause if you don't have a plan, you're not gonna really make it far in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably just start working full time now.
Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I've been working at North Shore Marina in Grand Haven and been working on boats.
Nice. Awesome.
I plan on going to college for biology. I'm not entirely sure where yet, but I gotta decide that soon. But yeah.
You can be like me and change it when you get to college too. A lot of people do that. So, but any closing thoughts before we sign off on this podcast and send you on your way? I don't know if you guys got practice today or not, or if they're giving you the day off for your weekend off.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we have our tournament tomorrow.
which tournament's tomorrow?
That's a good question.
Is it your tournament? One of yours?
I think it's at Northway.
But it's Montague one though, is it?
We're not hosting it. No.
Oh, okay. But there's just a Saturday tournament going on.
Yeah.
It's not obviously I think the conference one's coming up yet, and so is the city and regional. But anything you guys would like to add?
No, I think we covered it pretty good.
All right, thanks a lot, guys, for coming on. Hopefully you had fun at Media Day, and we appreciate you being on.
Yeah, thanks for
you.
letting
Thank you.
us
It was
come
a
out.
lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.